too. You know, people used to say Samus wins this. That's debatable because even Sopo, like I've talked to Wobbles, I've talked to people, I've talked to Taj, and they said like even if you have Sopo against Samus, like how does Samus beat Sopo's shield? Like the grab is horrendous, so it's not actually that bad for Ice Timers. They go for neutral start, probably by Chu's request.
Ooh, and already trying to see if he can avoid Duck's approach with full jump fair, which could have opened up an opportunity for a down smash or a grab into maybe a wobble?
Yes. And overall, like, if Duck decides to play the projectile game, Chu's actually content with playing a long, drawn-out attrition match. Like, he's okay with playing, you know, defensive, campy, what you have it. Like, this guy is the infamous Kirby that grabbed and planked ledge for like 5 minutes a game in PM. He's okay with that. Sorry about that. All right.
Even in a Brawl 2. But here it is. Right now, just basically zoning with that ice block. And the cool thing about that ice block, too, it slides across the platform and goes straight down to the ground, which can help basically, you know, it can threaten Duck a little bit. You know, it's not like it's going to freeze him or anything at the percentage that he's at, but it's a projectile to keep him busy.
Yes.
To probably force him to move as well, occupy some space.
And I've played Chu's in like a couple of friendlies before. I feel like playing as Sopo is like getting a shot. It's probably good for you, but like it's a drag going through the process. Like he's so annoying to play against. He always makes the right choices and makes oh, that was insane. He makes the right choices, and it's a long, tedious process to try to kill the Sopo. He like recovers really well. Oh no.
I mean, he could just up smash him right here, but you know what? Might as well practice your wobble. You probably didn't wobble in a while. Get that rhythm down, right?
Yeah, and I think there's a good tactical strategy here. Like, you know, if the other player has a lot of momentum, then you can kind of ice him out by taking the extra like 15 seconds.
Ooh. Right now, crouch cancel is definitely owning ChuDat.
Yes. We saw a double down smash there, and Nana died almost instantly.
Okay, here's Chu's opportunity to try to get some damage, but by himself here, he's not that big of a threat. But, I mean, his Sopo, it's quite experienced, man. I feel like he's had at least over a decade. Yeah, over a decade in Smash. Look at that.
It's been probably like 12, 13 years, actually, at this point. And it's one of those nickel and dime things. Like, I can see Chu getting another 30 damage, even as Sopo on Samus' stock here. And Duck, you know, playing really patient overall. But once again, Duck.
Look, it's actually looking like Chu's having a bit of a tough time dealing with the fair from the edge. Something that Duck likes to commonly go for. I like the idea that he decided to space an F smash, but I don't think he properly spaced it.
Yes. And Duck this time didn't want to stay on the platform because he got wobbled last time, so he stayed on the base platform and then jumped on invulnerability. So that was a little bit of an adaptation.
Very smart right there by ChuDat. Recognizing that, you know what, instead of dealing with the fair, he'll just like get some percentage from the ice blocks. And you see he's also using a lot of light shield whenever Duck is trying to apply pressure to him. Oh, there goes Nana again.
That up B was so smart. It separated Chu just enough that he couldn't save Nana there.
And that was actually pretty nice seeing Duck get that tech chase down smash off of the missile.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good pickup because it put, you know, Chu in a juggle situation. He was in the air, and Duck having all this stage control.
And so overall, I really like how Duck's approaching it. He's neutralizing all the moves that can be especially damaging to Samus. And he's fine and content with giving Chu the little hits.
Woo.
But as I say that, he gets a jab down smash.
And not just any jab down smash, jab turnaround down smash. I feel like I don't really see any other ice climbers do it like he does.
You think that, you know, with the limited tools that Sopo will have on recovery that you could just edge guard him, but for whatever reason, Chu like drifts so well, and his mix-ups on like using air dodging, using aerials, and just landing is so good and tricky.
Oh, and up being out of there, getting that edge cancel to basically turn the tables right there on ChuDat. Final stock here. He's gonna need like at least one setup to get a KO, and then 2 wobbles to bring it back.
Yeah. And one of the big things here that you have to really pay attention to in this situation is shield life. And Duck is keeping track of how big his shield is and draining it with missiles. And when he feels like it's small enough, then he's going to put in a meaty attack that will drain the shield. Ooh.
Wow, there's the shield again. Look how small it is because of this Chu instead opting to go on the platform. There he is again. Maybe Duck is going to try to bait him to go up with another missile, and then he'll chase the jump with the fair like he did the other times.
And I really like Duck's setups into that missile. He did the same thing twice to charge shot Nana at the perfect height. And, you know, given that Nana is like computer controlled, I wonder if Chu actually has an option to escape that Nana charge shot setup.
Seeing Duck get that back air 2 off of the edge cancel up beat was pretty sweet. Really seeing Samus convert like that off of the screw attack. And Chu, right now, yeah, this is looking like the end of the first game.
It's looking pretty grim. It seems like Duck a lot more confident in this matchup than opposed to 3 years ago. And the one thing I want to point out there is that up tilt covers a lot more than forward smash, and I really like that he used up tilt to edge guard there. Yeah, it
really the arc that it has is really good. Covers like right above, a little in front above Samus, and just that her whole front from her head down to her toes.
I feel like it's like the perfect air dodge counter because it lasts the whole way and it covers Chu's whole entire trajectory.
Yeah, it's actually pretty active too. Huh? Look at that. All right, so here we have it. ChuDat versus Duck.
They're going for neutral start.
Again, so Fountain of Dreams, a common Ice Climber counter pick. And why would you say that?
I think it kind of relies on the lack of familiarity from their opponent with the platforms.
True.
And also the fact that, like, especially if you play like a space animal and you don't know the heights, then you can accidentally miss your out cancel and then get wobbled.
And knowing how some people tend to try to use the platforms against the Ice Climbers to avoid getting wobbled, having this stage will allow ChuDat to be able to at least poke from below time and time again with the uppers.
Yeah, his up tilts and up smashes are actually really good. So if you're caught over shielding, you can just eat up tilt after up tilt. Chu has an early lead, but doesn't have Sopos, so like it's roughly like a tie game. And so it's gonna be interesting. I want to see. I don't know how Chu's gonna find an opening or find any kind of semblance of control at this point. All right.
Yep, just racking up more damage with the aerials. Solid super missile there just to take the stock.
Okay. Duck's
yep.
control of his projectile game has been really good so far. He's not overusing it to the point where he's losing all stage control, but he's hitting a lot of them and making an impact.
No more shield right now. Again, like you were saying, Duck doing an amazing job of just keeping track of the shield health. And also the movement that ChuDat is using too.
All right.
Oh, force match right there working out for him.
Yes. It kind of went to an interesting trade overall. I don't think he thought that Chu could throw out something there, but Chu was able to get the the smash attack. But you've mentioned this before, and he's making a lot of use of the crouch cancel down smash, and that's what's really giving Duck the lead in this set.
The missiles from afar just to close the distance between him and ChuDat, and to also whittle down the shield. And once he gets close enough, he'll just down smash him off stage.
Duck has so much control off center stage. It's really oppressing Chu on the corner. And I'm wondering how he can get back to center, because Chu off the ledge hasn't been able to get anything.
Yeah, he can't really get grabs if all he's doing is blocking missiles. There it is again. And all that pressure. Okay, he manages to get the grab there, but
doesn't really matter, and I think Duck is willing to have Chu grab him as long as Nana is like that far away. All right, it looks like Chu's in the mood to swing a lot more and play a little bit more aggressive. He's been playing a little bit passive, and Duck has been eating his shield and then going in. So I think ChuDat needs to play a little bit more with initiative so that he's not getting, you know, punished with the lack of shield first.
So this time no missiles, actually, huh?
I think he recognized that Chu was fishing for a smash attack, so rather than throw out a move where he can get smashed, he's just holding his ground.
Especially knowing how far the Ice Climbers travel with their wave dash too.
Yes. So he's kind of recognizing that Chu was kind of fishing, and it was good recognition from Doug.
Yep, so he decided to just keep repositioning himself on the platforms instead. Anyway, here we go with ChuDat on his final stock here. Oh, jumping into the missile. It's usually better, at least if he, was able to like shield it, or even if he could destroy it. Doesn't he have an aerial that could actually like get rid of it? Well, at this point, it looks like it doesn't even matter as Nana's off the field.
And just overall, that missile into downer has been the game winner for Doug. It takes off so much shield, and it's very likely he's going to poke Nana out of it and separate the ice timers, which is kind of unusual. We've never seen really Samuses go for that kind of approach. But I guess it's kind of like an assist marvel where you throw out an assist and then you just run in and let the assist cover you with the missile. That's how I kind of view that projectile.
Should have managed to come back on stage again. He recovered a bit high there, but there's the neutral air taking the stock. 2-0 Duck over ChuDat.
I think Doug is really happy because, he's dreaded Ice Climbers, and I think when he saw that he had to play Chu and not SFAC, he was like, oh, I have to play Ice Climbers. Very relieved that he won. It was a very clean win.
Yeah, it pretty much was. And now, guys, we're going to show some love to the guys at Gaming Generations, who are the official equipment and merchandise vendor for EVO. Check them out. They have a bunch of sick banners, signage, badges, apparel, design, staff, and logistics. These guys help out so much when it comes to tournaments. They provide equipment, and they provide sick swag that you guys can purchase at events and more. So please, show some love to them on Twitter at gaming_gen, and also on Facebook.com/gaminggenerations. And why not check out their website at gaminggenerations.com.